Yo, 50 years of hip-hop. 50 years of hip-hop from Listener Power, KEXP. Welcome to 50 Years of Hip-Hop. I'm Larry Mizell Jr. This week, Dusty Henry takes us back to 1989 with the track Cha 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 by MC Lyte. This hit single represents one of the first women who broke the glass ceiling in hip-hop through training, collaboration, and of course, her own genius.
Women are dominating the rap game. Turn on the radio or scroll through the taste-making Rap Caviar playlist, and you'll find women MCs blowing up the charts, like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Ice Spice,
Either he ate it for lunch. My body, I get what I want. Like, you thought I was feeling you?
City Girls,
Work jobs, bitch, I am a job. You don't like it, take a hike, pay me for a sucker slop.
and of course, the long-reigning queen, Nicki Minaj.
One thing about me, I'm the baddest alive. He know the prettiest bitch didn't come until I arrive.
And it's not just mainstream. Underground and left-field hip-hop is steadily becoming a matriarchy, with artists like No Name,
I saw a demon on my shoulder. It's looking like patriarchy, like scrubbing blood off the ceiling. And
Rico Nasty,
Don't worry about it, bitch, you never been in your place. Always moving silence, never question your fate.
and Little Sims, among many, many others.
Be very specific when you talk on who the best is. How can I address this? Basically, the rest is almost like to me what a stain to a vest is.
Oh, I'd be remiss without mentioning a few Seattle rappers as well, like Stas the Boss,
666, still that bitch that don't miss. I'm so crippled, they shoot when I dip.
Du Normal,
March on, march right. And everybody need a step right. And I'ma be the only one to take a step back right now.
and Gifted Gab.
Look, this is what I'm about to do. Get a couple couples on the track, nigga, count to two. Look, I don't need no mouth from you. I'ma show you how to move it on the avenue.
Of course, women aren't new to hip-hop, and it would be impossible to list all the influential women in rap. Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim, Gangsta Boo, Salt and Peppa, Queen Latifah, Da Brat, Remy Ma, Trina, Roxanne Shante, MC Sharrock. Too many to list. Women have been instructed to hip-hop since its genesis. After all, it was Kool Herc's sister, Cindy Campbell, who decided to throw the 1973 back-to-school party that we now call hip-hop's birthday. Despite all these women instrumental to its success, hip-hop has historically been perceived as male-dominated. For years, decades even, the biggest hitmakers appearing on big magazine covers were men. Like every other aspect of life in a patriarchal society, there's been a metaphorical glass ceiling waiting to be shattered. And before we talk about MC Lyte, it's worth noting that she wasn't the first woman rapper. That title belongs to MC Sharrock, but like everything in hip-hop, it's hotly debated.
I am the light. L-Y-T-E. I am the light.
Still, nearly 20 years after hip-hop's birthday, MC Lyte played a crucial role, bringing women to the forefront.
Do you understand the metaphoric phrase light as a rock? It's explaining how heavy the young lady is. You know what I'm saying, King?
Lana Michelle Moorer was born in Brooklyn in 1970, so she grew up watching the rise of hip-hop in real time. At 12 years old, she wrote her first rhymes. 2 years later, she really started to rap. There was just one thing holding her back from gaining recognition. She sounded so young on the mic. She worked with a vocal coach to deepen her voice, rapping along to Salt and Peppa songs as practice.
Yo, 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 baby pop, kid, you come here, give me a kiss.
As she trained, her voice became more powerful, more booming, and more iconic. In fact, Chuck D of Public Enemy once said she had one of the best voices in music. In 1987, when she was just 16 years old, the world finally got to hear the results of her hard work when she released her first single, I Cram to Understand You, Sam.
I used to be in love with this guy named Sam. I don't know why, cause he had the head like that of a clam. But you couldn't tell me nothing, cause Sam was number one. Cause to me, oh my gosh, he was one in a million.
For a song written by a preteen, it contains remarkable depth. Lyte raps about a boyfriend who she thinks is cheating on her, only to reveal he's addicted to crack cocaine. A poignant narrative of the so-called crack era of the 80s.
Shocked as hell when I heard Samuel when your homeboys told me. I almost went whack, but that the girl you was addicted to, her name was crack.
The next year, Lyte released her debut album, Light as a Rock. the first solo rap album ever released by a woman.
I am woman, hear me roar. When I grab the mic, it's never a bore. When I'm on stage saying a rhyme, I often wonder what you think of mine.
The album featured 2 more influential singles from Lyte. First was 10% Diss, a fiery diss track aimed at fellow rapper Antoinette, though both women would later say the beef was manufactured by men in the industry who misled them.
Hot damn, ho, here we go again. Suckers steal a beat when you know they can't win.
And there was also Paper Thin, a track in which Lyte raps furiously over a sample of Prince's 17 Days guitar riff. The single became an underground hit, selling 125,000 copies in 6 months, without the help of radio play.
When you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes into my head as just chit-chatter. You may think it's egotistical or just very free, but what you say, I take none of it seriously.
The album wasn't an instant commercial smash, but it didn't have to be. It put MC Lyte on the map as the best female rapper at the time. She became a critical darling in rap's golden era, with praise from news outlets like the New York Times and Village Voice. Lyte also attracted the attention of another woman artist making waves, the renegade Irish songwriter Sinead O'Connor. O'Connor asked Lyte to record a verse on a remix of her song, I Want Your Hands on Me. Lyte was also featured in the song's music video, which aired heavily on MTV.
I'm not the type of girl to put on a show, cause when I say no, yo, I mean no. But when it comes to you, I just can't refuse. I beat around the bush, give you all types of clues.
Last week, the world received the news of Sinead O'Connor's passing, and her collaboration with MC Lyte is a testament to her breadth of style. You can read our tribute to Sinead O'Connor at KEXP.org.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem.
Around this time in the late 80s, Lyte joined Stop the Violence movement. The group was a one-off project led by KRS-One with the express purpose of drawing attention to violence in hip-hop and black communities. The group featured a who's who of late 80s rap icons, including KRS-One's own Boogie Down Productions, Public Enemy, Dougie Fresh, and Heavy D, among others.
MC Lyte's on the microphone, bum rushing and pushing, snatching and taxing. I can't understand why brothers don't be maxing. There's only one disco, they'll close one more. You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for?
This song presented Lyte's first time at the top of the Billboard Hot Rap Songs chart, but not her last. Just a few months later, she'd released Cha Cha Cha, the first single from her sophomore album, Eyes on This.
Keep this one here for me and my DJ. Kicking Cha 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 to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you've heard thus far.
The song plays out like a victory lap. Lyte delivers rhymes with the same braggadocio as her male peers. The beat dashes back and forth between glitching industrial synths sampled from Kraftwerk and funky bass grooves. She dishes out furious rhymes with cool nonchalance, calling herself the hip-hop maniac, the uptown brainiac. It's hard to listen to Cha 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 and not feel like it's a flex on her would-be competitors. And above all else, she sounds like she's having fun.
Well, I'll be damned. I might as well tell you who I am. I am the capital Lyte, and it's shocking. I'm the one you're mocking. Oh, yes.
The song spent 18 weeks on the Billboard Rap Songs chart, peaking at number 1 for 2 weeks. It made her the first solo female rapper to top the chart. And as a matter of fact, Lyte holds many first titles. Her 1994 single Roughneck was the first solo single from a female rapper to be certified gold by the RIAA. In 2015, she became the first female rapper to perform at the White House for President Barack Obama.
Who would have thought that hip-hop would ever be heard in this room? Most definitely, it did not start in such a fancy place.
Now in her 50s, MC Lyte has continued to innovate throughout her career, releasing new music, branching out into acting, taking speaking engagements, and leading philanthropic efforts. MC Lyte isn't the only artist who paved way for women in hip-hop, but her story still inspires with how she took on the male-dominated industry with the boom of her voice and the might of her pen. For KEXP, I'm Dusty Henry.
White House, say ho! Kick this one here for me and my DJ.
This piece was written by Dusty Henry. Audio was produced by Roddy Nikpour. Next week, it's the Big 5-0. That's right. KEXP's own Supreme LaRock is going to be in conversation with a couple of hip-hop pioneers who don't always get the flowers they deserve. I'm Larry Mizell Jr. We'll see you next time on 50 Years of Hip Hop from listener-powered KEXP, where the music matters.